in the game that it's a weird vibe. It's not a playoff game because the consequences aren't the same, but the benefits are the same. It's like winning a playoff game because you don't have to play in the wild card round if you win. And after we had O'Connell on the other day, my wife was asking, because she just knows enough about the NFL to have a semi-coherent conversation. And she was asking about this game. Why is this game so big, and what does it mean? And I said to her, whoever wins this game pretty much has the inside track to the Super Bowl. And as I said it, my knees kind of gave out. Because it really is. That really is. The downside isn't the same, obviously, as losing a playoff game because you have a game next week. The upside is tremendous because you got 2 home games and you're in the Super Bowl. But the reality is, I feel like these two teams are going to cross paths again. Even though the last 2 times we had a game like this, Giants-Cowboys 93, 49ers, Seahawks 2019, they didn't meet again in the postseason. I have a feeling these two are going to.
Yeah, there's a good chance. I mean, it's going to depend how it all kind of shakes out. And, of course, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to have something to say about that as well. But, no, I mean, it could easily be the divisional round if it really goes a certain way. So it could be, we play each other the last regular season game, and whoever wins is going to host that team again in the divisional round with whoever else, with whoever loses going on the road. So I wouldn't be shocked. I hear you there, Mike. There's no doubt about it. I mean, do I think that, let's see, like what would have to happen here? Basically, the Rams have to win. That's all that has to happen. The Eagles and Rams win. And whoever's the number 1 seed's going to end up having whoever loses this game back in their house if they can win their wild card matchup in the divisional round. So I hear you there, Mike. I think there's a good chance.
Last time it happened, the Seahawks went – what happened? There was an upset that prevented the Seahawks and the 49ers from getting together in the divisional round. Back when it was Giants-Cowboys, do you remember what happened that prevented Giants-Cowboys from getting together again?
Well, yeah, of course, the 49ers killed the Giants, right?
Before that, because the Giants would have gone to Dallas if something else hadn't happened the week before. Do you remember what it was?
Oh, in the wild card round, you're saying that? Let's see. So the Giants beat the Vikings, and what was the other game? Philadelphia beat somebody?
Lions hosted the Packers.
Packers.
Sterling Sharp late touchdown. Packers.
Oh, right.
Upset.
In the dome.
Packers were the lower seed.
Right.
So the Packers went to Dallas for the divisional round instead of the Giants, and the Giants went to San Francisco and lost 44-3.
Right. Yep, that's right. And then the other one was, what year was that? The Seattle?
2019.
2019? Yeah.
Same deal.
Right.
There was an upset in the wild card round.
Right.
That kept Seattle from going to San Francisco in the divisional round. Seattle went to Green Bay and lost 28-23 in the divisional round.
Gotcha.
So that's what the 2 times before this has happened, where it comes down to the last weekend of the season, and it's 1 seed and playoff bye versus wild card on the line for 2 teams in the same division. Both times before, the road team won, but there wasn't a rematch. And the road team ended up making it to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Both times too.
Yeah.
The road team won.
Right.
And the road team made it to the Super Bowl. That's making my knees.
Yeah. Look, I can tell you were processing that in real time right there. You were like, what? What's coming out of my mouth right here?
Whoa.
Well, it's amazing. It's awesome. I mean, again, to see 2 teams with 14-2 next to each other, it is rare. I mean, you don't see that really. So it's eye-popping from that standpoint. They're in the same division. There's a rivalry. There's great coaches, all of that. And I think that in my heart of hearts, I think it is important, the home field advantage. I think it's more important for Detroit because of the nature of their football team right now. I think for Detroit, with their defense, and how could you not be concerned with their defense? And I didn't watch all of you and Devin on Tuesday. I saw some stuff, but I would imagine that he was going, whoa, Detroit's defense is concerning a little bit after Monday night. I mean, how could it not be? So you got to think within this matchup and how big it is, you want home field advantage, but I think Detroit needs it a little bit more just to give their defense a little advantage at home of the crowd noise. I do think that of course it's a thing, and that'll help out. instead of being on the road where it'll be quiet for the opposite offense and they'll be able to make every check they want and they'll install the game plan exactly how they want. When you go up to Detroit, if you have to go up there and play in the NFC Championship game, the offensive coordinator and quarterback and head coach, they're going to go, I don't think we can call all those plays in the huddle. I don't think we can have 2 plays called. I don't think we're going to be able to audible to this if they do that. So we got to let's simplify it and let's run a play that we know kind of works against everything. So those are the advantages that are lost on an offense in that kind of scenario. And I think Detroit, with this current state of their defense, is going to need those advantages. At least that's my opinion as I've seen the last few weeks with that D.
What's amazing, though, is Detroit has not lost a single game on the road this year. The losses came at home to the Buccaneers week 2, a few weeks back, that game against the Buffalo Bills. They're perfect on the road. They've got, 7-2 record at home because they didn't have an international game, so they did have 9 home games at Ford Field. By the way, how could I forget, 2019, the precursor to the Seahawks not going to San Francisco in the divisional round was the Vikings beating the Saints in the Superdome in overtime on the Kyle Rudolph uncalled offensive pass interference in the end zone in overtime. That I remember we were in studio and we were getting ready for an NBC game, and you were giving me endless shit about it. And then we were at the game the next week when the 49ers made not quick work of the Vikings because it was close into halftime. And there were like 3 passes.
Well, and Garoppolo tried to.
Could have intercepted.
Yeah, he tried to lose it for them. Right.
And that's when they pivoted to
run
Bob
the ball
Greasy
every play.
Mode,
right.
And just ran the ball every play and carried that all the way through the NFC Championship and then got away from it in the Super Bowl because they had to. They had to diversify the offense, and they almost won. They were up 10. Up 10 with 7 minutes to go, and there it went. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.